Olight has a new mini lantern out called the Obulb, and it comes in 3 colors. It's magnetic, it floats in water, and has a warm white mode along with red modes. Thanks to SkyBin for sending this to me to check out and do a short review on. As a reminder, I do have social media pages, Facebook, Instagram. All those are great ways to follow me. So if you're not already, I appreciate you doing so. Here is the packaging that the Obulb comes in. It's kind of like Olight's recent boxes. It's white, has a texture to it, and shows a picture of the light on the front. And on this one, the light on the top, which is kind of neat. On the back, you have a small specification list and package content list. You do get a couple yellow warning notices here telling you to unlock the light and how to do so when you receive it and how to charge it. And this is also just, again, stressing how to unlock it. You get just a few accessories with the light itself. You get the manual, you get the MCC 1A charging system. This is the black base that your older model Olights will have. The newer red base also works here, but you don't take advantage of the faster speed. You also get what looks to be almost like a challenge coin here. It has an adhesive back here and kind of a little bit of foam, and that allows you to stick your Obulb anywhere since it is magnetic. So you can stick that to the wall and stick your Obulb there. Kind of neat, or just leave it as a challenge coin. That's what I think I'll do. Light sits flat here, so you have something else to look at. I'll probably hold it in my hand most of the time. It is available in 3 colors, a green, similar to the O-Lantern, a gray, and red that you see here. The red makes me think it looks a lot like a Pokeball. The dome is made from a translucent plastic, and I have the light on here in low mode just so you can kind of see. I'll go ahead and shut it off so you can see the difference there. But it's a nice, smooth, reflective plastic and fairly scratch resistant. The bottom half is made from like a siliconized rubber and gives you somewhere to grip. And then in the middle, you've got the signature Olight blue ring. The bottom here is kind of interesting. I'll move it a little bit closer so you can see it's got 3 brass contacts. And this lines up with the pads for the recharging. Very simple. And inside the ring then there is your main button as well to activate it. The light does activate when it's on a flat table, but you do have to give it a bit of a press when it's on a flat surface like that. It is magnetic here and pretty dang strong. I don't think you'll have a lot of trouble pulling that off anywhere. Thanks to Oban for sacrificing his Obulb so we can see what the inside looks like. He provided me with these pictures to share the circuit board and battery configurations. It's a stacked design with the LED and driver board being on top with a total of 8 LEDs, 4 of each color. Under that sits a 630 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery pouch and an aluminum tray. And then the board with the rechargeable pads and 2 buttons are on the very bottom. The Obulb is IPX7 water rated, meaning it can be submerged up to a meter for 30 minutes and floats too. And it's drop rated for a meter. The size here is fairly small. It's somewhere between a golf ball and a baseball, more on the golf ball side, but just a little bit bigger. It measures 52 millimeters in diameter, 48 millimeters tall, and weighs 56.4 grams, and as I mentioned before, is IPX7 water rated. The Obulb has 2 LED tints here. First, I've got it on the warm white, and this happens to be low mode here, and then it's got a red, as you can see. Warm white is pretty warm. I'm guessing somewhere about 2500 Kelvin. The LEDs being used here are unknown, but from looking at the circuit board design, it's not square like most flashlights, and it produces a good tint in my opinion. Low is good for 3.5 lumens. High is 55 lumens. And low is enough light to read or a map or navigate a bathroom or other low light tasks like that. High is enough to prepare or eat a meal, navigate a small room with. Red mode here is rated at 7 lumens and fairly bright for a colored mode. I did measure my runtimes in white and red on this light. High mode for the white emitters, the light held its rated output at a very consistent rate throughout the range, and total runtime was 3 hours and 40 minutes, and this is 40 minutes longer than what Olight rated it for. Low mode's rated for 56 hours of runtime, and I didn't test this due to the length of that test. Red mode is a similar story, but a little bit more sag in output here, holding about 90% relative output for the duration of 8 hours 40 minutes. This is 40 minutes longer than what Olight rates it for officially. Heat isn't a concern here at all. The light maintains room temperature for the entire runtime. The light has 4 simple modes that are linear with no shortcuts and does have memory. The button on the underside of the light here is where you turn it on and off, or you, like I said, you can press down on your surface or table and turn it on. So when it's on, you long press to change modes. So I went from low to high there, and I keep pressing. I go to red, and red flashing. If I was to shut it off here and turn it back on, you could see it's back to red flashing. Recharging is accomplished via these 3 pads on the bottom of the light, and it is magnetic using Olight's MCC1A charging system. Plugs in the other end to USB here. Not a big deal. It's got an internal 630 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery, and I saw charging took 90 minutes with the maximum charge rate of 0.6 amps, so pretty much 1C and textbook for a battery this size. So for me, the pros are, it is a warm white from Olight, which is great. It floats and is waterproof. It's got strong magnets, allowing it to be mounted on pretty much any magnetic surface, and it's got better than rated battery life in my experience. The cons are, this isn't something you'll probably EDC or use daily in my opinion, and the battery's sealed, non-user replaceable. My conclusion is, I like the Obulb. It's not something I'll use every day, but it can come in handy in a lot of different places. It's a nice, simple light to give young kids that's easy to operate, but doesn't have small pieces like many traditional flashlights do. If you have a pool, I could see tossing a few of these in to give kind of ambient lighting at night, or use it in the shower to give you more light if needed. I may end up putting it in my car to use in the winter for the red blinking mode as a locator beacon, should I happen to go off the road in a blizzard. But I could also see using it as a bedside light or something like that, or in a tent while camping. I can't help to think what the Olight O-Lantern would have been like with these warm LEDs. I think it would have been just a fantastic move. That's probably my favorite feature here, is that nice warm tint. It's a nice choice in LED and a surprise from Olight over their standard cool whites. I think the price here is reasonable and the choice of colors is nice. I'm a fan of the Obulb, even though I won't use it all the time. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of the Olight Obulb, whether you've picked one up or plan to pick one up in the future, or maybe get one from the Warrior Mini recall. If you haven't seen my video on the Warrior Mini news, make sure to check it out. It's gotten pretty popular. And as always, thanks for watching and continuing to support the channel.